There we go. All right. Let's go turn this on. Everything's... I'm not all disoriented, I promise. I'm good. Hi, Tizzy. What are you doing in here? Little stinker. Oh, let's turn this. Tizzy's the cat. Say hi. You say hi. Hey, Tizzy. Oh, you're cute. Cute and cuddly. I gotta get ready. I'm dragging ass. I don't know what's going on. This doesn't feel. It's been a rough couple weeks actually. And then yesterday I had, I don't know if it was a seizure or what, because it was just me and the kids. My husband was at work, and anyway, I haven't been feeling right, and I don't know what's going on. So we sent the heart monitor in this past week, and hopefully that gives us some answers soon, because I don't like the way I feel, if I'm honest, and that's kind of why I'm just been taking it easy, really. I have, you know, my kids. I gotta take care of my kids, and you know, the house and everything like that, while my husband tries to work, and yeah, so do the best I can, but it has been rough, especially these past few days. I don't know. It makes me really tired. I don't know. So, ready to do my self-care today. It is definitely needed. Self-care Saturday, so, you know, definitely can't skip that. Or sometimes Sundays I call my self-care not doing my makeup and hair, but uh-oh, my son's having an off morning. My husband's out there with him right now, so I can get this done. But you know what upset is? Why is it? I don't know. I can't figure out. I finally got music to play on this Google thingy, but it doesn't really. It does what it wants. It doesn't really listen to me. So it's not quite as good as having my laptop that just randomly stopped playing music. The speakers just went out. It was an old laptop. It was just given to me. I'm going to use it for my writing, which I am ready to get started on. I'm actually planning on making videos telling the story of how our journey began. Good morning, Razan. Razan, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. It is 11:03, so it is still technically morning for me. A little behind this morning, but I was explaining I have some health issues, and it's been rough. Good morning. Thank you for joining me, Lori Naga. Is that right? I'm sorry. I do attempt to pronounce names correctly. Let me know if I don't. People say my daughter's name incorrectly. It's Adelaide, but people say Angelus. That's pretty. People say Adeline all the time. It drives me crazy because it's just like, sound it out. So I try. But anyway, it is morning for me. It is only 11:04. Good morning, Amelia, Anthony. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. It's self-care Saturday, so I got to do my self-care. And part of my self-care is getting ready every day and chatting with you guys. I do try to do it, earlier. But I get really winded and really tired, and we Northeast India. Thank you so much. That's super cool. I love hearing where everybody's from and the different times and stuff. I am in Florida, which is the southern part of the United States. We just moved here from Indiana in October, so I'm definitely enjoying the warmer winter, but it's still cold. And our heat is England. Thank you for joining me. That's awesome. Thank you, Mel. My dad worked overseas when I was younger, and England was his favorite. 405. Okay, Boston. Oh, yuck. My husband is actually from Massachusetts. Well, so he grew up between Massachusetts and Florida, really. He still has family. His mom's in Massachusetts. Don't ask me to tell you. I could tell you the city, but I can't right now. I can't remember. It took me forever to remember Massachusetts for whatever reason. I don't know. It is 11:05 here in Florida. I'm in Jacksonville, which is the northeast part of Florida, and our heat is not working, and it is cold. I have this little space heater here, and we've got one in the living room, but I didn't want to get out from underneath my heating blanket. We're waiting on a tech to come take a look at the system. Something ain't right. It's just blowing the fan, basically. So we've got heating space heaters going, but it's cold. Yes, it's cold, Florida. Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like 29, I think. Definitely colder than usual. But it won't last as long as Indiana. Indiana is like, in the single digits, and during the day we can get up to like 60, so I'm not complaining. Yeah. In comparison, I will say, in comparison, it is warmer. It is just, right now we are hitting the coldest I think it's been in like years. Seattle, I've never been to Seattle. I grew up just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I was born in Indiana, and that's where we moved from. And my husband brought me to Florida in 2020, and when our journey began, that's what I was talking about, telling our story. When our journey began, we were homeless, and instead of being in Indiana, we came to Florida, and I fell in love. It was the first time I've ever seen the ocean. First time, well, I guess I flew over the ocean, but it's not the same. First time I've ever been to, and I fell in love with it. So we made it our goal to move here, and we made it. So, been a little rocky, these last few months, and, my health I have lupus, so I'm disabled, and, I, have health issues and whatnot, but, he helps take care of me and the kids. We've got a 4-year-old son and a 2.5-year-old daughter. So yeah. But I'm getting ready to tell. It's been 5 years since our journey began. That's what we call it, and I'm getting ready to tell that story. I'm pretty excited about it. So the whole story. A lot was told on Facebook, but there was things that we left out. And how we finally made it home. So that is what I've got going on right now. I normally do this every day, but the past 2 weeks I've just been Greensburg, so Westmoreland County, just outside of about 45 minutes from Pittsburgh. Jeanette. I guess I went to elementary school in Jeanette, and went to middle and high school in Penn Trafford. But I lived in Elizabeth at one point. My dad, I'll never forget when I called my dad to tell him that I had moved, and he, wanted my new address, and I told him Elizabeth, PA, and he goes, Elizabeth? No way, that's cool. My dad couldn't believe that I actually moved to a town that had the same name as me. I was like, Dad, come on. There's Elizabeth everywhere. I go by Liz, but some people still call me that, I guess. That's cool, yeah. I actually worked at Westmoreland County Prison for a couple of years, right out of high school. That's fun. Um, that's cool. Yeah, I moved back to Indiana. I bounced from Pennsylvania to Indiana. Kept trying to figure out which one felt like home. Most of my family moved back to Indiana, so like it was really just me in Pennsylvania, and nothing really felt like home. And then I met my husband, and as corny as it sounds, I found out that home is not a place. Yeah, right. Home is not a place. Home is a feeling, and I found home when I met my husband. So I always say he's my home. Yeah, Pennsylvania is ridiculously cold. Indiana is ridiculously cold. At least Pennsylvania has the mountains. Um, my parents were married up until I graduated high school, and then they divorced. My dad worked in the steel mills, and that's how we wound up living in Pennsylvania, and how he wound up working overseas for so many years. It was only 2 or 2.5, something like that. I don't remember. It seemed like a really long time as a kid to have your dad in a different country. But yeah, they were not happily married. I always say, they waited until I graduated. 2 weeks after I graduated, they told me they were getting divorced. And I moved back because we actually moved to Ohio my senior year. And so I spent a year there, and then my parents were divorcing, and I moved back to Pennsylvania because I had a high school boyfriend and worked in Westmoreland County Prison. Yeah, my dad was a steel mill worker, and that's really why we moved. But yeah, no, they stayed together until I graduated, and then they split up. It was better that way. They probably should have just. Let's just say it's taken a lot of healing for me to have the healthy relationship that my husband and I have. But yeah. So yeah, I grew up in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, they're happier. My dad, unfortunately, just lost his wife. He got remarried, and just lost his wife. And my mom's never been with anybody since, but they're definitely happier apart. They were never happy together. I feel like they had me in hopes that it would fix things, and Syracuse. Never know what to say, because I graduated from a school in Ohio that I went to for less than a year, so I don't really know. I don't have a high schooler. I ended up lots of Italian friends. I'm German Irish. I'm German and Irish. My mom was born and raised in Germany. She moved here when she was 13, so mostly German. My dad is German too, and Irish, so that's where I get a little bit of Irish from. That's cool. Yeah, so I was in Indiana. I think I turned the heat off maybe 1 week last year in July. I think there was 1 week that I didn't use my heat. So this is definitely that's awesome. Yeah, cold is, I'm glad to be away from that kind of cold. But our heat's not working, so it's kind of cold. I wish our heat was working. I wouldn't complain so much. But that's why we moved, really. The more metal they put in my body, the more I don't want nothing to do with the cold. I'm good. I have 2 artificial hips and some screws in my left SI joint. I need to have a couple more surgeries probably on my back and such. And no. Good evening. It is 11:15 for me here. Is it this that makes me look Polish? I don't know. I'm not. It is 11:15 here in Florida. I'm just getting my day started, a little late, but oh, nice. 6:15, cool. 7-hour difference. That's good. My daughter's out there yelling at Dada. They're great kids. They're great kids. My son is 4 and my daughter's 2.5. My husband's got a couple of teenagers from a previous relationship, and so I got a couple bonus kids. It's pretty awesome, but they told us that we would never be able to have kids together because of my lupus. Nice. Yeah, no. I appreciate being in the warmer in the warmer weather. I actually dreamt about snow, I think last night, one of these nights, I don't know. I remember dreaming about there being snow here, and no, thank God, there's no snow. They talk about it. It could happen, actually. There's a possibility. What is she screaming about? I don't know what she's screaming about. Oh, she's a pterodactyl. Oh, nice. Fort Lauderdale. I fell in love with Florida and St. Pete on the other side, but we got an opportunity to come to Jacksonville, so that was, and my husband grew up in like the Cocoa Beach area, so we wanted to be on this. So there's more to do, I think. Yeah. We drove down there when we were here in 2020, and I mean, gorgeous, but yeah, really ritzy houses. Oh, ooh. Nice. I got some friends over in the Tampa area. Actually, I think I have more friends floating all over Florida than I do anywhere else. But, yeah, I'm definitely grateful to be. Though they say this is going to be the coldest it has been, I don't know how long, like a ridiculously long time. So, of course, our first winter in Florida, and it would have to be, what did I missed something. A foot of snow. No. Thank you so much. Yeah, remember today is Self-Care Saturday. Make sure you're making time for yourself. It is important. It is. I don't think I actually know anybody in Fort Lauderdale, but I do know people in Daytona and Orlando and Miami and St. Pete and Tampa, Gainesville. Trying to think now. And of course, here in Jacksonville. This was the last place I knew anybody. I didn't know anybody here yet until we moved here. But, yeah, no. Well, will you be there holding my hand? Oh, yeah, self-care. Forgot. This is part of my everyday self-care routine, just chatting with you guys. And nice. You need to recolor your hair. That's, that is, yeah, they're talking about some flurries, possibly. Nice. We just moved here in October. St. Pete's probably my favorite. I love St. Pete over there, but I haven't been everywhere. I've only been as far south as West Palm. But we did travel quite a few places when we were here back in 2020. Love to do some more traveling. Seems we have less time for that now. But that's awesome. From Tennessee, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. That's awesome. I love the Tennessee mountains. They are just breathtakingly beautiful and scary when you're, stuck on them. But yes, Tennessee mountains are beautiful. I've got family in Kentucky, and we vacationed. Who vacations in Kentucky? We did. We vacationed every year in Kentucky. From Pennsylvania. Oh, that's wild. I love wildlife stories. Like the peacocks we can see around here. Oh yeah. Yeah, we were supposed to go to Miami last month, but we didn't make it. We're having some car trouble we need to get fixed. We got some bills we've got to get caught up on first. It's been hectic since we made this move because our car broke down like as soon as we got here, and it's been a mess trying to get everything sorted out with my insurance. And so it's been a mess. So we've got some things we've got to take care of before we can actually even enjoy the fact that we moved to Florida. Yeah. I haven't even been to the beach since moving here. We haven't been able to actually enjoy our new life because, well, we've been struggling, but that's okay. Because 5 years ago, we were homeless. So, Progress over perfection, right? I don't know what they're doing out there. Daddy's attempting to do the entertaining. He tries. Where did I put the... Okay. This is not what it was put... Oh, well. It's still something. It's not what it was supposed to be. I guess that kind of goes with self-care. My daughter is 2.5 years old, and if she gets like, flustered, I'll take a deep breath. And now she's doing it on her own. My son, he's 4 and he's autistic and has sensory issues and a speech delay and food aversion. It's rough. If he gets overwhelmed, he does wheels on the bus. That's something we started because he was obsessed with Miss Rachel's Wheels on the Bus for, I don't know, ever. And like he watched it over and over, and yeah. I hope so too. You know, it's never too late to change things up. If you're not happy, that's what I say. If you're not happy with something, change it up. You know, we weren't happy in Indiana. The sky is bluer here. You know what I mean? Like it's like living in black and white and then finally seeing color. And I mean, even though we are struggling and, you know, we don't get to go out and really do much, and I'm happier. I'm still happier. Seasonal depression has still creeped up on me because that, you know, I mean, that's a real thing. But that's why I have to do my self-care. So I can, you know, stay ahead of it. And, oh, I forgot my mascara. What are you cookie kids doing out there? She's crazy. Our daughter is absolutely insane. I asked it to play my 90s hip hop, and this is what it's played.
I like it.
I mean, I like it, but this is not what I asked it to play.
Some of my favorite versions.
I like it, but it's definitely 90s alternative and not 90s hip hop. Oh, I got it on my nose, y'all. Yes, we want to move. We want to move somewhere more tropical anyway. Because this is still cold. This is still cold. And yes, absolutely. The water here stinks so bad, y'all. It stinks so bad, and there's trash everywhere. We have a moat. I call it our moat. I don't know if you know this trick, but wait until it dries, and then we'll just, I say we have a moat. It's like, you know, a creek all the way around our property, and it fills up with water before it gets to the house. And, oh, the water stinks. And there's trash. People just throw their trash around. It's so bad. But, yeah, we'd like to be closer to the water, and somewhere warmer. Farther south, or we've discussed possibly moving to an island. Once my writer husband takes off working on his writing. I fell in love with a poet. They say you end up with your childhood celebrity, like someone who looks like your childhood celebrity crush. I'll be honest, I've been in love with Eminem since 1998. Tall, skinny, blonde with blue eyes and a pointy nose. Just saying. He's into the music. He's got no idea. All right, hair time. I need to finish washing my other hair, my other wig, so I can wear that now too. Keep saying that, and then I never do, because we didn't pick up any. We can't find the gallons of water anywhere. I like to use the gallons of water rather than bottled water. We've got well water. I can't use well water on my wigs, not my blonde wigs. That's asking for trouble. I'm still out of gel. It's okay. I'll make it work. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. Use the mess. It's a mess. Whew. I got the heartburn. Got it. Running out of this. This is my rosemary and mint spray. It's really good to help with regrowth. I got lots of regrowth going on. I need to get it trimmed to help even it out more. It's barely squirting. Okay, there we go. So I use that, and then I use my nice. That is self-care, y'all. That is self-care. This is castor oil. I use this around my edges and brush it back. This has been helping, I think, a great deal with the regrowth. I tried glue for the wig one time, and there was a whole fiasco. Lost some hair. It's cool. It's coming back. We're good. Learned not to use glue. I don't use glue. Whole fiasco. Mostly, I'm pretty sure it's mostly I don't know what I'm doing, but it was really a whole fiasco. But I also lose hair because of my lupus, and thank you for joining me. Thank you. You as well. I have lupus, and I had weight loss surgery almost 2 years ago now, and so I can't believe it's been 2 years. Wow. That has all caused thinning in my hair, along with age and having children, and you know, so I wear wigs and I love them. I want to try these like strips though I seen. Keep them in place. That'll be awesome. There's a lot of things I want to get. Right now is just a rough time, right? And that's okay, because hard times don't last. Strong people do, right? We come out stronger because of it. We learn lessons. As long as we just keep going, there ain't nothing we can't do, right? It's all about that mindset. You don't need a new week, a new day, a new year to do something new. You just need a new mindset. You need to change that up. If you don't like something, let's change it. I'm working on getting out of this funk. That's okay. You know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. As long as we don't, hey, I was looking for that. As long as we don't give up and we just keep going. It won't last forever. I got this. That's why I needed my self-care today. I needed this to, you know, make time for me and not just life, you know. I needed to do something just for me. You know, my husband's making sure the kids are behaving while I chat with you guys and get ready. It's part of my self-care, and now for, you know, I'll feel recharged and ready to be a mom today. Right? Ready to do the housewife stuff, and it is Saturday though, so I will make sure either Saturday or Sunday I make time to have a bubble bath in the garden tub upstairs because it's lovely. That's the kids' bathroom, but at least once a week I make time for a bubble bath up there. They have the whole upstairs to themselves, really. It's nice. Because then they can have because I got OCD and I got 2 kids, right, that are 19 months apart. And, you know, I have a routine to keep the downstairs tidy for the most part. And then I only clean their kids' room a couple times a week or when it absolutely needs it. You know, that's their room. Especially for my son, he hates when you clean his room. So I try to avoid it for him. You know, I make it work for me. That's all. I was telling a new mom, she was a new 2 under 2 mom, and I remember how she was feeling when my daughter was first born, and how am I gonna do this? And sometimes I still wonder, how am I gonna do this? But you know, you figure it out. You figure out what works for you. You know, our routines have changed so many times over the last 2.5 years. But we figure it out. You know, she was worried about making one-on-one time. We figure it out. It doesn't always happen, not every day, but we make sure we make time for it, and you know, you just make sure you make things work. And I guess that's what loving life with Liz is all about, is making life work for you, you know? Whatever gets thrown your way, you know? I definitely didn't think I was gonna be disabled by the time I hit 30. And, you know, I had to deal with that. I had to make the best. What is it that I always say? I can't control the cards that I have been dealt, but I can work on playing my best hand. Navarro, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It is still morning, 11:36. I have missed you. I'm sorry that I have been MIA. Not been feeling too great. So, but I needed this. Thank you for listening to me talk. You guys are always the best, for making sure I get my self-care in. I appreciate you. Oh, I can hear that. I need a new straightener. That's gonna be a need. Gonna be a need. It's been a need. I broke it when we moved. Missed you. Thank you so much. Navarro is my moderator. One of them. She's awesome. Yeah. Need to probably fix this up. I need to re-dye my tips. So hopefully I'll be able to get some dye here soon. I'll do a video doing that. I've been reading the best way to do it, and I think I got it, but I just got to get the hair dye. So, hoping to do that. My wig from the TikTok shop is definitely not coming. They refunded the $3 we paid in taxes because I got it with the purple ticket money. So that was a loss. Sucked. I was really excited about that one. So Lord knows when I'll get a new one. That's alright. That's alright. Hopefully soon, but I can see this is just, I need a new straightener or else I'm just going to damage it anyway. Okay. So it is Self-Care Saturday, which means make sure you take time for you. Do something. It doesn't have to be done by yourself. Sometimes my self-care is done with my kids or my husband. It just all depends. Just take time for something that makes you smile and helps fill your cup, because you literally cannot pour from an empty cup, right? You can't. Once you're depleted and drained, it's done. So in order to be your best self, you need to make time for you, right? So that is your job for the weekend, is make sure you are taking time for some self-care, something that makes you smile, something you enjoy. I'm gonna go hang out with the kiddos for a little bit, and it's about lunchtime. I dilly-daddled. So thank you guys for joining me. Please subscribe. I hope to see you again. I usually do this every morning.